And we're live. What is up, people? Everybody, how's everyone's Saturday doing? I'm doing okay. I'm not bad myself. Why am I so loud? I don't know why I'm loud. I think it's because the area I'm in, it makes me I feel like I have to speak louder than I do. And if I do, I really sincerely apologize. Hope everyone's Saturday's going well. My Saturday has been okay. I just ordered some ghost pepper wings. And here's my thing with I don't eat spicy. I'm not a spicy food eater. I'm not. But some people are. When they hear that I don't like spice, you know, some people will judge you and they'll be like, "Oh my God, you don't like spice?" And they'll be, you know, it's not a big thing. I just don't. I don't really enjoy it too much. All right, if it's there, I'll eat it, but I won't request it. For some reason, I decided to get the ghost pepper wings. I decided, and I got it, and they're not that bad. But I bit into it, and that's right before I'm going live. So I bit into it, and I panicked. Because I said, I never tried ghost pepper. Is this, like, is my mouth going to go numb? I'm about to go live in a few minutes, and I made a stupid decision. So I opened, like, a little protein shake to, to think that it's going to numb the pain. And I think it did, because I'm not drooling right now. Look, honestly, someone's going to try these ghost pepper wings and say, hey, dude, you know, don't be a bitch. It's fine. Like I said, I can't handle spice. Maybe that's something I shouldn't have admitted out loud on live. But anyway, that's how my Saturday's going. And it's going to go even better because my guest today, Victoria, is my guest today. She is a very funny, very high energy comedian coming out of this great state of New Jersey. She's part of the great New Jersey comedy community we have going on, and she is my guest for today, and we're gonna talk. I've been on her show, and you know, she's gonna come on mine, and we're gonna have a great time. We're gonna talk about just anything, because that's what the show is. Conversation. Let's just talk. That's it. Talk digitally, and let's, you know, hopefully people enjoy it. So without further ado, I'm going to invite Victoria right now, and we're gonna have a great conversation. So let me invite her here. Let me see, let me wait. There you go, Victoria. There you go, cuz. All right, showing love, appreciate it. And she should be on any minute. Oh, and there she is. What's up?
Hey, what's up?
How are you?
Good. How are you? It's been a minute.
It's been a while. Yeah, definitely. So, where are you held up right now? Where are you?
Right now, I'm at my house. Wait, you can see me? I can't really see anything. Like, I can't see my face.
Oh, can you see me?
Yeah, I can see you perfectly fine.
You can't see your face?
No, but you can see my face?
Yeah, I can see both. I can see perfectly.
That's so weird.
That is, you see, that's the thing when you go, because you know, right? When you go live,
yeah. It's tricky.
You know, we can try to like act like this didn't happen, but it did.
Low-key.
Yeah, low-key, exactly. So do you want to restart this? You're the guest.
Sure.
You're the guest. This is all you. This is your episode.
Oh, you know what? It's okay if I can't see my face, but if you're having difficulties, then we can restart. It's up to you. I'm perfectly
good.
fine.
As long as I'm fine. I could see both, but like, you're good though?
Yeah, I'm good. I'm good for sure.
Okay, just let me know. We are.
All right.
So it's been a while. Let me start this episode real quick by showing I got a tea because I went on your show, Tea Time.
Yes.
And I had a Gatorade, which is very inappropriate for the episode.
Right.
So I said, you know, let me get a tea. So I got a tea, and the funny thing, it's the wrong show. It's not the right show.
Close. You did have peppers, I heard. Like, where did you get these peppers from?
No, ghost pepper wings.
Ghost pepper wings. Okay.
Yeah, so I had it because, you know, I'm like, let me try something, you know, whatever. We get like a quick little bite in, and I bought it, and I'm thinking to myself, should I not have, like, I don't know if this is gonna be bad, right? Like, I'm like I said, I'm a punk when it comes to spice. I'm not really, you know what I'm saying? So I bit into it. I'm like, gosh, I'm about to go live. Am I not gonna be able to do this? So I had like a little protein shake. So I think, because you know this ain't milk. dilutes the pain or something. This is the closest thing I have to milk. So
Protein is, that works.
Yeah, right, it works. It is working apparently now. Yeah.
That's good. That's good that it
So,
works, though.
yeah, not bad, not bad. So, what's been up with you? Like, because last time I spoke to you was, what, a few months ago, right?
But yeah, I think when, like, I first started doing Tea Time, you were one of my first guests on the show.
Mm.
But yeah, nothing really crazy's been going on. I've been just trying to find a new job. I'm going to be applying to, like, coffee shops right now and trying to get myself running because I have a new podcast coming out pretty soon. I think I'm going to drop the first episode maybe tonight. It's called Off Topic, so I'm pretty excited for that.
Okay. What happened to Tea Time?
Oh, Tea Time's still going on. It's just that I'm just trying to find, like, right now I've been interviewing all the comics, which is awesome. I love it. I'm just trying to get in touch with maybe a little bit different style people, like maybe musicians or poets or something like that.
That's good, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it's great to talk to comics, and we're gonna do comedy talking in a bit, but it's great because but that's, I don't want to say easy, but that's your comfort zone because you've been doing comedy for some time, that other person's been doing it for some time, and you can relate. But when you start talking to somebody who does something different, that's like where you're out of the comfort zone. It forces you to be a better interviewer, conversationalist, whatever you're aiming to do. It's forcing you, right? Like with this, I hope to elevate. Like you said, with different type of people. So far, I've had I'm having friends on. It's easy.
Easy.
Not to say that it's bad, but it's easy. It's comfortable. But then you want to pick people's brains and learn different things, right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Like I've been watching like a bunch of just different like podcasts. Like I've always been a fan of Joe Rogan, but like he's brought on some really cool people. And like I love the fact that they kind of have just like so many different topics to talk about, and they just never seem to stop talking. It's just awesome.
Exactly. Like, that's the thing. Yeah, with the Joe Rogan experience, it's like he's already over 1,000, well over 1,000 episodes, and it's always somebody different, right? It's always somebody in every different facet of life, different kind of career.
Oh, yeah.
So that forces him to kind of like adapt to their way, right? To their conversation, which is so cool because it makes you better. It's like stand-up, right? You have to like try different things to like get better at it. Get out of your comfort zone.
Yes, definitely. I totally agree with you on that because like it definitely like forces you to try to get to know people, and then you can make your way and get to know them, and then they can like have you on their show, and it just like pays it forward almost. Paid it
forward. I love that. Yeah. Like with your Tea Time, you kind of like, I've always wanted to do, I always wanted to do like, I don't want to say I don't want to like label it too much because then somebody's like, oh, that's not how a podcast. I don't want to label it. So, but I always wanted to do a talking thing, right? Because if we do comedy, we talk. So the times I'm not doing comedy, I need a way to express myself. So, but then with your Tea Time, it was like, wow, this is really cool. I like, what I'm saying? Like, I like what you did with that. And you kind of sparked something. I was like, you know what? That's not a bad idea. And I told you, remember I said, I was like, you need to get more people in the community on this. Right? We need to be on that. We need to do this because it's like helping each other out. Right? I mean, dude, we all have room to make shows. We all have room to have you on here, him, her, him. We all have room to have each other on. So, and of course I had to have you on because, you were gracious enough to have me on. And I want you to express to people, that you may not know, people on MySpace, why did I say MySpace? I'm thinking MySpace, now I'm thinking about the website, which let's talk about that, actually. That's a good segue. But people in my friend group can introduce to your comedy and vice versa.
Yes, exactly.
Right.
It just helps influence people and to like you were saying, to really get people together, and that's the whole point of Tea Time with Victoria and with your show. It's just for people to get together and talk to each other. Because I don't think with comedy we kind of just do our thing and leave. And I don't think that's how it should be. I really don't. That's just my opinion, though.
Okay. No, that's your perspective on it. But elaborate a little bit. What do you mean by that? By elaborate to the people. What do you mean by do it and leave?
So basically, like, when the comic goes up on stage, they have their own mindset and they do their 5 minutes or how much time they do, and then they just leave and go to the next show that they're on, and they don't really like take a second to like be in this moment with the people, the audience, and just to embrace the fact that people are actually either A, listening to you, or B, that you're getting your point out to how you feel at that moment. And that's kind of like the best part in my case, or my opinion, that like when you're gathered together and you're just in a moment with somebody, that's just the best part.
Definitely. Okay, I get what you're saying. It's right, and it's more personal, more, you know, like even if it's just one-on-one having a conversation. Like, we've been in comedy clubs where we've had conversations, and it's cool, right? But also when you get the other person coming in and the other person coming in. One thing about this platform, I like Instagram. I wish that I could have multiple people on live.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
I'm waiting for that feature because I love the one-on-one. I love the one-on-one with the thing, but I'm waiting for the day that they do that. Eventually, right? I think eventually it will happen.
Within the end of the year, for sure.
You think, right? Yeah, because with Zoom and conference call, you need to have multiple people. I think they're going to want to compete with that.
Yeah, I do.
And that'll be cool.
It will, and I think they're just on the verge of starting something with Instagram, because like the Instagram Live was very cool in the fact that you get to talk to people. But now that us comics, or just like people with the art, we're just embracing ourselves. We're not really engaging in the comments. We're just having a conversation one-on-one. So like I'm just really excited for like the fact that we're all going to be able to have that feature pretty soon. Well, hopefully.
Yeah. Hopefully. Definitely. Let me touch on the MySpace thing before I let it go. Okay. So. Yeah. You had a MySpace, obviously, right? Did you?
Yeah.
Like everyone else?
Yeah.
Like, I was in high school when MySpace was big.
Okay.
I was in high school, so I had to have been, I don't know, like a sophomore, junior. So that's how long ago, right? I'm 33. So that's how long ago MySpace was.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, MySpace is like a long time, but people still like. I guess if you tell like a teenager and you say, "Hey, MySpace," will they know or won't they know? Is it one of those like things in infamy, or is it one of those things that it's like the television with the big box in the back, and they go, "What the hell is this?"
It's probably definitely one of those things where they're like, MySpace? That's so 2001 or whatever. They know more of Tumblr.
2001.
Okay.
That is very early 2000s, yes.
Yeah.
It wasn't the 2000s, though. It wasn't the 2000s. You're right, yeah. How was your MySpace? Was it with the music and the background? How did yours look?
It was super, like, 90s, like Britney Spears, Backstreet Boys.
Whoa! Anybody can find Victoria's MySpace. I'm playing. Have you looked for your MySpace? I did that like maybe a few months ago.
I haven't, but I've looked at my Tumblr.
I found it too.
I looked at my old Tumblr recently, and I'm like, oh my god, I was so emo back then as a kid. Black eyeliner, black lipstick, bro.
Jeez, you were finding yourself.
Yeah.
That's all that was. You were just finding yourself. That's hilarious, man. Holy crap. MySpace was... I actually missed that, where you could personalize, because it was almost like your room, like your page, where you could have your music. I missed that. It's like you could have your music, whatever music you wanted. whatever background, because when Facebook kind of took over that
Yeah,
space,
it did.
it was like it wasn't. You could put up a picture, but you couldn't personalize it. You couldn't customize it.
Yeah, it wasn't as personable as either like MySpace or Tumblr was. It was more very basic and like,
Yes,
oh, well, I'll poke somebody because I have a crush on them. Do you remember those things? When
the
people
poke.
poke people?
Yeah, that was like a weird thing. Like, hey, they poked you.
Like, what's that
They
supposed
didn't
to
say
mean?
hello. They could have just said, "Hey,"
They
but
could
it's
have
like, "I'm
just
gonna
said like,
poke you."
stop. That's
Oh,
so
look,
annoying.
I'm not crapping on people who poke people, but it sounds weird.
Yes, it definitely is. It's like a 2-year-old thing. Poke. Just
I
like
know. It's like, dude,
it's
stop
knowing an
poking me.
adult.
Annoying adult. Yeah, that sounds pretty accurate. And then, so MySpace, did you have a top 8?
Top 8
Top
music,
10?
you
They
mean?
had like, what was
You
that?
mean you mean music?
No,
Or
no, MySpace, on your page, you had like a top 8 friends. Remember that? And those
oh
are like,
yeah.
those are your main friends. And
Yeah.
it was originally top 8, so it was 4 on the top, 4 on the bottom. And then later on in MySpace, they bought it to like 10, 12. But the original was 8.
The original is 8. Okay. See, it's been like forever since I was
No, I
looking at
don't
my
blame you.
MySpace.
I don't blame you for that. Like, you don't remember MySpace? Like, I'm
Like
not
how
gonna get on your case. Like, how dare you not remember something from 2007?
the disrespect.
The
Uh,
disrespect, yeah. But
um,
yeah, so it was weird. And then you'll have somebody on your top 8, and then other person be like, "Hey, why am I not on your top 8?"
do you
And
remember
you're
your
like,
top 8?
"Oh, huh?"
Do you remember your top 8?
My top 8 was like just like friends. It was like close buddies, and it wasn't. Yeah, it was enough to where like nobody like beefed over it. Like nobody was like, "Yo, why did they?" It was just like, all right, that's enough. 8 people, that's a lot of people to be in your inner circle. That's a lot, actually.
Yes.
Like that's probably even less now, right? Like nowadays, like how many close friends do you have? 8. That's like a
About
full entourage.
maybe less, maybe like 5.
If that, right? Maybe you're lucky if you got 2 or 3 close people that you can have on your top, whatever the hell.
Yeah. Oh my God.
But yeah. So then you have Instagram comes out
Mhm.
in the 2010s, right?
Yep.
What was your perception of Instagram when it came out? Like, did you get it? I didn't get it immediately. I didn't understand it.
I got it pretty much right away. I was actually really excited for it because like I love taking pictures and I just never really
Hmm.
knew where to put them.
Oh, okay.
So so I kind of just put them all over Instagram and like it's still really fun and I just think that like you know what they could do? They could put TikTok and Instagram together. That would get I think a lot of people on that. I mean, they're starting to do that now.
Well, yeah, because Instagram has their own kind of TikTok thing, right?
Hmm.
Kind of like
Kind of.
they're yeah. So like, I mean, who knows? Maybe Instagram, because Instagram, Facebook, maybe they will buy TikTok. I don't know if that's gonna happen. I don't know what's up with that, but yeah, that could be it. Like in the
Yeah.
near future, they say,
Yeah.
let's just join forces, and blah blah blah.
Yeah, I know what you mean for sure. And like, what did you think about Twitter when it first came out?
When I first heard of Twitter, it was immediately, and even to this day, I thought of celebrities.
Yeah.
Right? It's like a major celebrity thing. I mean, yes, normal folks, we can use it too. Obviously, we can have profiles, but it was a huge thing where when I first heard of Twitter, I'm hearing, oh, celebrity so and so tweeted about this. So
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, this is like a major celebrity thing. And then they were like, oh, anybody can have one. But I had one, but I never got into it. For some reason, I never, not that I
Yeah.
didn't like it, I just felt I never really got Twitter.
Yeah, I was never really a fan of Twitter either. Like, it seemed really like old timey to me, even though it was pretty new.
Okay,
It
yeah.
just seems like Twitter was like this big thing because like you can blog about your day without like anyone really knowing who you were. But like I thought Twitter was kind of like you said, celebrity wise, and like everybody just cared about what was going on or was trending. It was just a lot, and I think it is good for people who are like starting in the like entertainment industry, but
Yeah.
like or business. But other than that, it's more it's like I don't see like little kids going on Twitter, like a 2-year-old figuring out how to work Twitter at all.
Exactly, yeah. Like it's you know what it is also, it's very like news information wise, because if God, I haven't used Twitter in so long, but I can assume that it is still like just like status.
Yeah.
You're like retweet that. And it was like I think Instagram is more fun because like you said, it's like you can be more creative. It's pictures. You could literally that's your background. Your background, you can make your own background with pictures.
Yes,
It's
exactly.
really cool. Let's hit on one more social media thing. That's Snapchat. Let's hit on
Yeah.
one more from right now and before. So Snapchat. Okay. Here's the thing. I like Snapchat. The reason why I like Snapchat is because it's not necessarily about the likes, right?
Right.
Because
Yeah.
nobody knows how many people liked. Only you can see who viewed it. Because people they go nuts over these likes, right? They go, oh my god, I didn't get enough likes, so I don't want to post it because I'm only gonna get dislikes, and it consumes them. And
Yes.
instead of putting something dope out that's creative or something that they think is funny, a lot of people are hesitant to do it because they go, oh, it's not gonna get enough likes.
Mhm. And like I personally
Who
continue
can't
with
just do it?
yeah, who gives a fuck? Exactly. That's what my thing is too. I actually was in the middle of a documentary on Netflix. It was called The Problem with Social Media or something like that, and it was
Okay.
like how they are controlling us just by our views and how we see things. And it's really, really interesting because a lot of the people who are talking about this are like people on Google, Snapchat, Instagram, like all of it. Like they're just confessing all this stuff. It's really cool. I think Snapchat is it's fun and it's also a way to connect with the people like your 5 friends that you're friends with, and like you don't have to really worry about it. And there is that when you go on Instagram, that a little bit of anxiety you get with that people post, oh, how many likes am I
Yeah.
gonna get? Who cares
Mm-hmm.
how many likes you're gonna get? You're putting a picture out because you like it, not
Because
about what
you
other
like it.
people like.
And I get the premise of it is like part of the premise of it is people to like it, but damn, don't let it stifle your, what I'm saying, your, creativity or your sense of humor. You know what I'm
Yes.
saying? Like, just because you don't get a lot. If I don't get a lot of likes, like, I was never the person, I never got a lot of likes. I mean, I've had a decent amount on a few pretty good pictures, and, I'm happy that people enjoyed them and people liked them. But screw it. Just,
Yeah.
I just put it up there. But I am becoming more of a fan of the story aspect of it and the
Yes.
Snapchat aspect of it, because like I said, it's like the pressure of the likes is gone.
Mhm.
It's just the views, right? Now it's a different story if you care about how many people view. Now that's a whole different story. But the pressure of people seeing how popular you are, you're not popular because you didn't get enough likes. It's gone because nobody can see who viewed your story.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yes, exactly. And like I think it's causing a lot of anxiety with like kids and
Oh
teenagers.
yeah. Mm-hmm. I agree.
Like the For You page is for you, not for like Ben and Tim who you have a crush on. Or
Mm.
it's like I don't know. I just think that there's a lot of insecurities that these kids are having that they need to realize that they're enough and shit. But
Yeah, that's actually
I
a
think
great thing to say. Yeah.
it's true, and like
Mm-hmm.
I've witnessed it because like my cousins are like in their teenagers and they grew up
Yeah.
with like fucking like phones. Like I didn't grow up with a phone until like I was
Right?
in like 13 or 14 years old.
I hear you.
I played outside. I played Manhunt. I played, like, I didn't go
Yeah.
home. That's a fucking great game. I love Manhunt.
Manhunt was insane. You ever play, like, I know it sounds dangerous, but you ever played, like, at night?
Yes.
Like, thing, it's like, oh, that was fucking bad. We didn't care as kids, man. We didn't
No, we
give a
didn't.
shit. That's freaking awesome. I love how you bought it, because you just bought me back. And I'm like, oh, yeah. Like, that's...
It's almost nostalgic, almost.
Very much so. Very much so, yeah. Like, I miss, like, because I grew up in the 90s.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I grew up in the 90s. So, it was, like you said, we didn't have social medias. Computers were, like, it was AOL.com.
Yeah.
Right? Like, so it wasn't even, like, as casual as the internet is now. It wasn't even like that. So, you had to go outside and play with friends. And I saw this one meme, and this is like a few years ago, where it showed like a bunch of bikes in front of like a lawn, and it said, "This is how you knew where your friends were."
Yes! Oh
And
my god!
that shit resonated with me. That shit hit home, and I'm like, yo, it just, damn, man, time moves by too damn quick.
It really does, and
It
I don't
moves
even
by
know what
quick,
kids
man.
do for fun anymore.
I mean, we could. I mean, I bet. What do you think? You know, video games, computers, inside. You know what I'm saying? Like, basically, what we had to do for the past few months is what they would do, right? Like, they'll do this. I'm doing this because, you know, look, whatever's been going on, I think it's like it's easier to meet up with people and have a conversation. We're lucky to have this, right?
Yes, we are.
We're fucking lucky to have this technology.
Oh, for
I'm
sure.
grateful for it. But there's a balance, right? There's a
There
balance.
is. There needs to be restrictions, I think.
Mm-hmm.
I think that, I mean, it might be like a setting on your phone that people can do. I'm not entirely sure. But I think that kids need to have maybe an hour to go outside, 2 hours to go outside, or the phone should be off for a while. They don't need that. That's too much. It's too overwhelming for people.
Yeah. It's so much information, right, getting thrown at you at the internet. Like, we have so much more than any time in life. Obviously, we've had so much information getting thrown at us.
Yeah.
Like you said, it's overwhelming.
Yeah. We have access to the whole world right in our hands.
How crazy is that? How insane is that? Is that like, and it's funny, like, the whole flying cars thing. I mean, I'm pretty sure there are flying cars, just not to the public, right? But the whole that everyone's gonna have a flying car. Okay, we haven't had that, but like you said, we can talk to somebody. You can see what somebody's doing in another country across the globe.
Yep.
So that's a big leap.
That's a really fucking big leap. I'm pretty sure there's, like, life on Mars. Like, 100%. There has to be. There has to be.
Well, the thing with Mars, like, they found, because you need, in order for there to be life, then they said you need water, like you need oxygen.
Yeah.
And they said that Mars, they said there's water. They found, like, frozen water or something, right? Am I right or wrong?
Yeah, you're right.
So they said, oh, if that's the case, then yes, there has to be something here if that's that. I don't know, like, I'm not too educated on it, but that's like what I heard. And wasn't there like a thing, like a program that they wanted to colonize Mars?
They did.
There was,
and I think Elon Musk is coming up with something so that way we can, like, live on Mars. I mean, he's the one. Yeah. Did you hear about the friggin' thing that he's doing already? He's starting to
he
put
has his SpaceX company, right?
Yes, that. And he's also putting implants in people so that way we can, like, go all Tony Stark on people and stuff.
What?
Yeah.
I did not hear that. Holy shit.
He's testing it out on pigs now.
What the fuck? It's like, yeah, everyone doesn't have a flying car, but we have this.
Yeah.
Dude, are we... Oh my god, that's so crazy just to think about.
Yes.
Just to think about it. Wow.
And you know what's crazy too is because, like, you're either on the side of, I'm totally for cell phones and I want them to advance. I want them to continue and have, like, robots walking around, or you're against it
Mm-hmm.
So like it's kind of hard to decide what's going on. And I don't know. I think that in like 5 years from now, we're gonna have a huge like robotic system going on. Like there's gonna be robots for sure. Maybe
Well,
not 5 years from now, but soon.
there already are, but you mean like part of our community?
Yes.
That's
Yes.
so, because you see them like on the news and they go, oh, and it's like they're learning words and they're moving their face and they're like and it's like, whoa, they're freaking to what I'm saying, they're reacting to it.
Yeah.
Holy shit, this is a whole different ball game. But it's like once you do it, can it be turned off? Like once you go, okay, we're gonna do a robot, or the robot's gonna know 500 words and it's gonna know how to react. Yeah, but how do you shut it off in case it doesn't listen to you? Oh,
I don't
shit.
know. I forgot
We
to
don't know how
put
to
that
do that.
in.
We don't know how to do that yet, but we're gonna get there. Maybe we won't. I don't know. Like it's fucking creepy, but there's this thing where there's like the robot dog, and it's just like the
There's a
legs
robot?
and the torso. Yeah, it's like it could be a dog or any kind of four-legged animal, and it's a
Right.
robot, and it moves. It moves like this, and it's freaking sprinting. It's a robot, a four-legged robot that's
Really?
sprinting.
Oh
Yeah,
my
and they're
gosh.
showing it. Bro, that's so weird, and it's messed up. They show the one guy, and like he tips it over. It's so horrible. I'm like, bro, it's a it's not an animal. It doesn't have like feel. It's a robot, but I still felt bad because the thing fell over, but it knew how to come back onto like its four legs.
Oh my god. I can see that. That's really funny.
Yeah, like you
Just like
YouTube it or something. Yeah, it was like, and then I think somehow went boom, and it came back up. Like, bro. Yeah, that was creepy. But yeah, that's where we're headed. I remember this about cell phones. Like this had to have been years ago. I said, "What is this?" Is back with flip. I say the latest. Maybe Blackberries was the latest technology at this time.
Oh, I
So,
remember those.
right? And Blackberries, it was cool because it had the full keyboard, but you couldn't do that much. So I remember I told him, I was like, imagine if you can talk to somebody through video, like see their face while you talk to them. And it was a thing, I
Shit.
swear to God, I was like, and obviously, like, I'm pretty sure that so many people had thought of this, but I told my friend, I was serious. And I leaned in. Imagine it. You could see their face. And I forgot, my friend probably looked at me like, dude, shut the fuck up. And now, like, this is normal. It's
Yeah.
like, I always, like, think about it. I'm like, maybe I thought of that first because I'm an idiot.
I predicted the future.
I predict whenever I feel down on myself, and I go, maybe I've invented video chat. I'm stupid.
Oh,
But,
no.
but yeah. Have you been doing any comedy lately or no?
The last thing that I did was maybe less than a month ago. They were
Mm-hmm.
doing an open mic somewhere in New Brunswick, and it was a lot of fun actually.
What? Almost outdoor, obviously, right? Like
Yeah.
patio then?
Yeah,
Where
something
at
like
in New
that.
Brunswick?
It was like at a college like dorm. Well, not a dorm, but
Oh, okay.
you know, the sorority, the frats, those houses. It was in
Gotcha,
the
gotcha, yeah.
backyard.
Oh, okay, all right. Who was hosting?
Devon Hall actually.
Oh, okay, okay.
Yeah.
Was there a big turnout or like how? Because I haven't done comedy in months. So like how was it? How's the turnouts?
Oh yeah, the turnout was actually really big. It enough maybe like 20 people showed up.
Oh, 20 people?
Yeah, maybe a little bit more.
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah. How many
And
comics?
maybe like 12 comics, and then the rest, like, he invited a couple friends and stuff. Maybe a little
Oh,
bit more. It
sweet.
was, yeah, it was a lot of fun, and we all got like 5 minutes each. So it was a
Okay,
while.
cool. So
But
prior, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
no, it's okay. But it didn't last that long, unfortunately. I wish it did. It was like it was gonna be like a bi-weekly thing, but he had to shut it down for some reason.
Well, yeah, I could imagine with everything happening, maybe, yeah. But
Yeah.
prior to this mic, how long had it been since you did comedy?
Probably about 7 months.
Wow.
Yeah.
How is it? Because, like, I'm reaching that point where I'm there. I'm at that lane. So, how was it when you got back on the mic? Like, were you nervous? Did you pick it right back up? Did you use new material? Did you use older bits? How was it?
The first time that I went back, I actually started, I did really well. And I
Oh,
was really
sweet.
surprised that I did really well. Um, and I did some old material just to get a feel of how the audience was going to do.
Uh-huh.
And then I started with, and then I ended up with some new material, and that did really good too. So overall, it was good. But the second time that I came back, I got all that anxiety. I basically choked up on stage. It was
Oh,
really
gee.
bad.
Yeah.
So, but they were still like, everybody was still very welcoming. Like, oh hey, how you guys doing? It's been a while. Haven't seen you since the plague. So like,
Yeah.
it was nice to like see familiar faces. But don't forget, I've only been doing comedy for a year. So a year before, like, you know, since before everything started. So like, it's been like an interesting adjustment. So like, I'll go back hanging out with my friends, still feeling kind of like, because there's this feeling when you're a comedian, kind of like you're looking for that joke almost, like you're
What
like
was that
on
again?
the edge. You're looking for that joke when you're like, you know how like when you're a comedian, you're kind of just waiting. You're waiting for the joke to happen.
Yeah.
Like you're holding it, and like I was on that like vibe for about a year, trying to get the point of comedy, because there's like a whole like structures, like if you break it down, there's a way to do comedy. And when I stopped doing it for a while, I realized I'm funnier when I'm not stressed out and worried about things. I'm funnier when I'm hanging out with my friends, and
When
then
you're
I
looser.
use, yes,
Mhm.
and when I'm using that, I may not be saying I'm using that as material per se, but when everything comes back up, I got fucking material that will last me for at least 2 years. Because just been hanging out with my friends, just been like figuring things out.
Wow. That's so true. It's like when you're a comedian, like any experience can be a workshop.
Yep.
Like anything you do, any like talking with friends or any, it's like because comics draw from experience. Your bits are drawn from experience.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I saw something. Oh, I can, because it's like comedians think differently because, like, as the normal person, they could see like something happening and they go, "Oh, that happened." As a comic, you go, "How can that be a bit?"
Mm-hmm.
I always think
Exactly.
I'm like, and sometimes it doesn't happen, right? Sometimes it's like, oh, I can't make it a bit. I can't find a way to make it funny. I can't way to make it flow. But that happens to me all the time. Like, bit. Like constantly, and it drives me crazy because your creative brain turns on, and you're trying to focus on other things, and you're like, because all you want to do is find that bit.
Yes.
All you want to do is find the punchline. And
And the
comedy,
funny.
it's not easy. Some people, there's some real killers out there, but they're just, they have it. They make it look easy, but it's probably not easy. It's not easy for them too.
No.
Right?
Yeah.
This is a very difficult craft. I mean, we speak about this all the time. It's a very, it's a demanding craft, and I can't speak for other crafts because I can only speak for the one that I do.
Yeah.
And that's stand up.
Yeah.
It's like it's tense because not only do you have to like perform live and expect an instant reaction from people, you have to remember everything.
Mm-hmm.
You got to remember where everything was, how everything hit. How did you say this word and that word? I try not to think of it because it gets overwhelming, right? It's like you're like, oh, I don't know if I can do this. but it's like a bike. You get back on and you just figure out how to, you know.
You keep pedaling. And like
Absolutely.
it is very tense, especially because of what the fuck's going on right now. There's a lot of people that are so, and I don't blame them. They're very sensitive right now. And I get it. And we have to empathize with that. But at the same time, this is how we are expressing how we are feeling right now. This is our point of view of things.
Correct. Yeah. That's
It's
what
like
it
walking
is.
on hot lava rocks.
That's how comedy. Yeah, because comedy, it's like comedy. Sometimes you push the bounds, and then somebody doesn't like what you said,
Hmm.
and now you have to kind of like edit your material. It's
You're
tough, man.
overthinking everything, and
Yeah, you
and they
overthink that.
expect
Yeah, there you
you,
go.
and then they expect you to talk for an hour to make sure you're hitting jokes like that for an hour, for 60 minutes, if you want to end up doing a special at some point, or if
Yeah,
you in the future, or if you want to even do a 15-minute showcase.
yeah,
You know what I mean?
yeah. Or if 15 or half an hour, that's like you said, stressful because not only know you got to remember your bits, you got to remember that. Now you got to be like, oh, am I going to offend somebody?
Hmm.
Oh, am I going to think that's if you care? You know, some people don't give a shit. They're going to go up there, but then if you do that and you just, I don't give a shit. I'm going to say this. So you say the joke, da 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 da, da and offended somebody. You don't care, but then the host is like, oh, we can't have that, and then you might lose another gig.
Yep.
So
You and
now your craft is being compromised all over the freaking place.
yes,
Oh
exactly.
man, it's freaking it's crazy, man. It's a weird
What
time.
Dave Chappelle did, the 8 minutes and I think 46 seconds special that he did,
Yeah.
that was true art.
Oh my god, that just the emotion of wow. It's like me froze. It's like, oh my god, it's like it's emotional, and just when I first saw it, and you could hear his pain, his emotion, how he felt, and the way what he's thinking, and everybody else's pain and everyone else's thinking about it, and it's just it's kind of like it takes your breath away because
Yes.
this is raw emotion, right? Like this is a comic. This is one of the greats all time, but he's not. There's a message behind it,
Yeah.
right?
And he's
There's a
speaking
message behind
for
it.
the people. He's not speaking off of he's speaking for his emotions, but he's speaking of the people that he has had come in contact, or his family. He's just speaking, and he's just really embracing what the fuck happened. And it's almost when he did that 8 minutes, it took everybody by surprise. It gave everybody so many goosebumps and chills.
Whoa, that because he mentioned how like some people say that celebrities aren't speaking out against the police brutality so much, but then and he said that people don't want to hear from celebrities, and I'm like, I understood what he meant. This is
Hmm.
a thing where we need to start hearing from lawmakers and the government and police reform. We need to it's a serious thing, but like people who make the moves have to like speak on this and make moves and hold people accountable. But he ended up speaking on it anyway. He was like, you know what? I am speaking on it. And he took his craft, because I don't know if that special was supposed to be for speaking on the subject or it was like a regular comedy thing and he just turned it into, you know what I'm saying? I
Yeah.
don't know what that was the case. What I know is that he took his celebrity and he did speak out on it. And
Yeah.
he didn't just speak on it, he got emotional about it.
He did a goddamn good job too.
And like you said, it took everybody like, wow, it's fucking, it's fucking, it's crazy. It just makes you feel like, like just overcome with emotion. But that's what comedy is, and it's not just comedy. At this point, it's not comedy. It's speaking.
Yeah, this public
It's
speaking.
it's public
It's
speaking,
mhm.
and that's what it is, and that's and that's why I love public speaking. Obviously you're not scared of public speaking, but
No.
people are scared of public speaking. I never understood that too much. Did you? Like,
Yeah, there's like this like anxiety about it. And like you're just talking with people, you're gathered with people. That's it.
you see the way you put it so casually? Because it's simple, right?
Yeah.
Somebody hears you say that, are you fucking crazy? I can't do that. Because you say it so casually. You say it like, yeah, you just talk to people, talk to a room. That's it. Because it's like next to death, that's like the second biggest fear next to death or something like that.
Yeah.
Thing.
It's like top 5, I think.
I think it's right up there. And I'm not trying to I'm not judging nobody who's scared of public speaking, but for me, I'm like, really? Way more scared of death. Like, way more scared than public speaking. Get out of here. I used to like public speaking, like doing oral presentations at school and stuff.
Mhm.
I used to be like getting ready. One time I put a suit on for.
Put a suit on?
I put a freaking suit on. It was for a college presentation. It was a business class. So I did a PowerPoint presentation, and I fucking rocked this PowerPoint presentation. Oh, this shit. I don't give a fuck about anybody. I put it. It's on a flash drive somewhere, and I hope to present
geez.
it. That was like 10 years ago. So it's a business class. So I got out of work because I had a night class. So I got out of work. I went home real quick. I put on a freaking suit, a tie, a jacket, the shoes, the pants, the whole nine. And I showed up to my college in a fucking suit. And I did my little PowerPoint presentation.
Oh, geez.
How many other people wore suits? Victoria, ask me right now how many other people wore suits in that class.
How many people wore suits?
None.
0.
I was the only asshole. I was the only. What stopped me from getting a briefcase? I didn't have enough time.
Oh my god. If you were to get that briefcase, what would you fill it with?
A sandwich? I don't know. There was no need. There was a sandwich on my flash drive. Like that would have been it. Because there was no reason for me to have a briefcase.
Yeah.
There was no reason for me to have a suit. But I did the suit.
Did you get that A+? You better have gotten the A+.
I swear to God, I think I got an A- or a B+.
What? You should have gotten an A+.
I don't remember. I should have got an A+ on my fashion tips fucking alone.
Yes, you deserve an A+ for just like the whole appearance, yo.
Dude, I fucking did that. It's crazy.
It's amazing. I was in public speaking in college for a little while.
How was it? How was I? How was like those kind of classes?
Oh, they were fun. They were a lot of fun. I think I kind of took advantage of just trying to be more funny than getting my project. Like
What do you want them to do? Time?
Yeah. This is before I even thought about doing comedy. I remember, I swear to God, I did a presentation of Paranormal Activity because I believe that much in ghosts. I believe that much in ghosts, and like I was trying to make these people really like convert into the fact that ghosts are real. No one believed me. They just like laughed at the fact that like I was so serious about it.
That means you gave a shit about your presentation.
Yeah, just a little bit. I think I got a C+. I could have gotten an A.
Damn, because the way you said it, like it sounded like you shut off all the lights and was like, "Look, something else is in here that we don't know what it is."
I did shut off the lights.
And you what if you rig something like a book falls off the table? You're like, "Oh, look at that! Look at that, they're real."
I think I even brought sage too. I was like, this is how you cleanse. This is how you cleanse the spirit. In the name of the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit.
Oh my God, they're gonna be like, Victoria shut off the sprinklers with her presentation. Like, it wasn't me, it was the ghost that set off the sprinklers. Wow, that's crazy. Like, we could do a series on, like, when oral presentations go extreme.
Yes.
It's like we're either bringing in sage and fucking smoke, or we're wearing suits.
You'll be the Men in Black, and I can be like, like Madame Victoria or something. You'll be a psychic.
Oh my god, yeah, that'd be great. That'll get views. We're looking for views. You want to talk about views? That's gonna get views. Then I'm gonna start caring about views. I'm like, ooh, views matter now because we're putting out this cool content.
Oh my god.
Oh, that's hilarious.
But like you said, this is just more of a conversation than anything.
Yeah, that's what it is. That's what I wanted. Just talk.
Yeah, and I like
Just
the name
talk.
of your pod. I love the name of your show.
Oh, thank you. Yeah,
You know,
Personable.
Personable.
I thought I drove myself crazy thinking of a name for this thing. I said I need a name, and I try to be witty and try to be funny. And I looked at other podcasts, not to take the name, but to take like an idea of like, oh, maybe like they use their name and they combined a name or whatever. And I was coming up with names in my head, and everything seemed like, to me at least, everything I came up with was hokey. But I didn't want to name it like my name and like the show. I didn't know what I wanted to do.
Mm-hmm.
But I know I wanted to use my letter of my name, P. For some reason, my first name, P, I was like, I want to use that. I need to use that. And I started looking up, like, because I'm big on words. Huge on words. Like, excuse me, I'm huge on words. Like, I look up, I read like online dictionaries, word of the day, thesauruses. I used to rap. I don't know if you knew this. I used to rap.
You used to rap?
Yes. I used to rap. Yeah, me and my boys used to rap, and we got a couple songs. So that the love of rap got me into my love of words.
Right.
Right, because when I would write a rap and you're trying to be clever with your rap, I would look at the sources. Oh, I don't want to use that word twice, so let me get another meaning. And I do it with comedy too, right? When you're doing a comedy bit. Yeah. So I looked up and I was like, words that begin with P that are talking. Synonyms for talking that start with P. Looking all over Google, and Personable was there. I'm like, I heard of that word before, but I never really used it. Looked at the definition, and it means to like be like talking, like engaging with someone, and just be very, like that. So I was like, yeah, I'm gonna use Personable.
That's a great way of coming up with something like that. The way that I came up with my podcast or Instagram live is like, my father would always call me T as in a nickname, and for the Sopranos they'd be like, you're the boss, you.
Mm-hmm.
And
yeah, because they called him T for Tony. Yeah.
yes, and I had never seen the show before. I'm like, why do you keep calling me T? I need to watch it. I really need to get on that.
Oh please, it's one of the best Jersey show.
I heard it's supposed to be really, really good.
No, it's one of the best ever.
And then I was like, he's been calling me this name for years, and I'm just like, whatever, just keep calling me that. And then I was like, I need to start this podcast. I need to really figure out what to do, because the Say It How It Is podcast, it wasn't really clicking, and like I wasn't really like focused on it.
Mm-hmm.
And then I did, okay, Tea Time with Victoria. I can spell tea. We can have some actual cup of tea and just enjoy. It's kind of like a coffee vibe on, and it did pretty good. And I'm really glad that like I come up with these really weird names, and like off topic. I just like literally I didn't even have to think about it. I was just like, off topic sounds like a cool, trendy name, I guess.
Off topic, yeah.
Yeah.
It's like off topic. And then, you go into the conversation. Yeah.
Yes, exactly.
It's really cool. I like Tea Time because it has like a meaning behind it. It has like a personal meaning behind it, but then you were able to flip it to where it's like relevant to like talking to somebody.
Yes, exactly.
That's really cool. That's really cool to talk to people and see how they came up with their
their
show
podcast name. Yeah.
Podcast name, talk show names.
Yeah,
That's
exactly.
really dope. Yeah, that's really cool. I try to keep mine simple. Like, I figure if I can't go witty and clever and all this, simple.
Simple,
Just go,
exactly.
simple, one word. That's
Let
it.
the show speak more for itself than the name.
Bam, there you go. That was my mindset. Actually, no, you mentioned it and it makes sense. I can't be like, that's what I thought of all along. But yeah, like, it's really cool. Like, we could do this for hours. Instagram only gives us an hour of
I
streaming, which is
know.
cool. I'm a big fan of I'm a big fan of like keeping it short and sweet to the point, but when you keep talking, it goes on and on and on.
Mhm.
So I don't remember what time we started. I usually look at the time when we started, so we have enough, so we don't rush the end.
It is 3:30. No, 4:30.
4:30.
4:30. Yeah.
I forgot when we started. Did I want to
Think
time
we
it properly?
think we started at 3:30 on the dot. I'm pretty sure. It's been an hour. I think it's almost been an hour.
Yeah, it lets you know, and it starts counting down from like a minute.
Yes.
But I hate rushing it. Like okay, we gotta go. Okay,
I
sorry.
know.
So
I hated that
hate
too.
that.
That was the issue that we had the first time we did the podcast when
Oh
you were on
yes,
with
yeah, I
me.
remember that. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But it was cool though because we ended up talking for an extra hour after that.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that was really cool. Like, cause I like to do like a little outro. Like I'm sorry. I'll say I see you later, dang, and then like a couple minutes left. I'll thank you, and then I'll do like an outro to like
Yeah.
whomever, and then I'm still trying to navigate this, right? Like it's all trial and error.
Yeah.
But
It takes a lot of time to figure that. I still haven't figured it out. I need to find like an intro because like once you're the one to tell me that I could save it. It took me like 2 or 3 times till I figured that out.
yeah,
Um,
mm-hmm.
but you can like cut and paste to the first like I guess 3 minutes of your show. That like I guess is like the hook, and I'm still trying to figure out where I could find my best hook, like in the beginning or in the middle.
Oh,
Like I
for the
need to,
intro of the show.
yeah,
Yeah, I'm still working on it now. Like mine's is pretty simple. Like I tried a few like vocal things, like they're okay, but for right now, I kept it simple, where it's just like a graphic, and then it's like boom. But as the show progresses, because you don't need to do everything. I told myself that I don't need to have it look perfect right now. It could look perfect later.
yeah,
You can
exactly.
add to it, and then but that also is a benefit because it makes it look like your show's evolving.
Yes, and I
Your
think
show's
it's really
changing.
yes, it's really also I think it's really important to save it because then you can like you were saying it can grow and like if you get discouraged you can always go back and like oh my god I got so much better within the past month and a half of me just banging out a bunch of shows like this.
Yeah. That's true. You get to look back on it and you can edit it. Like I saved, like I'm gonna save this one. I'm gonna edit it. I mean, not that there's gonna be the need for too much editing, but I'm still gonna edit it to add the intro, and then I throw it up.
That's good. That makes a lot of sense to do that, and especially
Mhm.
because like you want to make it more like eye catching.
Definitely. That's very true too. You need the presentation behind it,
Mhm.
and it's like we're doing this. I'm just starting. This is in its pure infancy right now. So
Yeah.
I'm still I'm still trying to figure it out, and just like I mean, you're trying to figure yours out, and so many of us. But
Mhm.
let me ask you this: so for off topic,
Yeah.
how are you doing that? Is it in person or you're doing more video?
So what I'm doing is I'm gonna be using an app called Anchor, and
Anchor.
this was yes, and this is an app that I've used for my older podcast, but I'm actually gonna have a co-host, which is my mom, and
Oh, sweet.
it's gonna be a lot of fun. It's gonna be like kind of like topics about things that people don't usually talk about.
Wait, so
Taboo.
you and your mom are gonna do the podcast together?
Yeah.
Yo, that's freaking cool. That's really cool.
Yeah.
Okay, we're wrapping down 25 seconds. Let everybody know where they can find your podcast at.
On Anchor, or I'll post it on ANG5L on my Instagram account, so that way you guys can follow up and keep up. And on Fridays, I do Tea Time with Victoria.
All right, awesome. Victoria, thank you so much. 8 seconds, 7 seconds, feeling like New Year's. All right, thank you so much for being on. We'll talk soon.
Bye.
All right, guys, thank you so much for tuning in to this episode of Personable. I really, really appreciate it, and special thanks to Victoria again for coming on the show, and I hope you guys enjoyed it. It'll be up soon. Appreciate it. All right, take care. Stay safe.